in this incarnation. I am here today to talk about the energies of this next week, to make a summary, of course, and then we are going to amplify the next days. Wait a minute. I'm trying to do something in here. Wait a second. Well, okay, we are here. We are going to have as principal events the solstice, the Cancer solstice, which is summer for the North Hemisphere, and in here we are experimenting the winter, and the full moon in Capricorn, the first full moon in Capricorn, because as I commented in that video, we are going to have two. So we are in this process of culminations. And in that video, I talked about Pluto, because the movements of Pluto in this second part of the year are going to be very, very important and are part of this closure that we are experimenting in the Capricorn area of our natal chart. So well, let's start by today. This is something that I mentioned in the videos before. In fact, I think that the last three videos, more or less, are linked with these squares between planets in Gemini and Neptune in Pisces. Today, we have the perfection of the square between Venus and Neptune, and also Mercury and Neptune in Pisces. But tomorrow, both of them, Venus and Mercury, are going to move to Cancer. So we are going to have this increasing of energy, of Cancerian energy. I don't know if I invented that word. And it is quite different because we are, getting out of this quick energy of information, of air, of communication, to enter in an energy that is more linked with our emotionality, with our vulnerability, with everything, to be in contact with everything that really nurtures us and that brings nurturance. Is this archetype of the mother, with everything that gives us, makes us feel protected. So this Mercury in Cancer, although we are talking about Mercury is the planet of our mental processes, how our rational mind is operating, but this Mercury in Cancer is very, very, very connected with emotions. So people with this position could be a little it is not shut, the word, but I am not getting to the expression right now in English, but could be people that are open to communicate when they are feeling this sense of family with others, when they have this intimacy, they have the sense of intimacy. They also could be people very empathetic to communicate. It's like, I'm going to use my words to protect others, to take care of others, to take accountability of their emotions too. So it is a very a Mercury that likes to nurture with their communication. And we can learn about that, learning to use our words to nurture other people and to nurture ourselves, the inner dialogue too. This is, of course, a practice, but it is going to be very linked, the energies that we are entering right now, are going to be very linked with this, because Venus in Cancer, Venus is the planet of relationships, of the desires of the soul. So here incarnates this energy of the mother too. It is about wanting to protect, wanting to give energy to others, but it is very important to understand that we have to practice that with ourselves. We are not able to give anything to the outside that we cannot practice with ourselves. So it is very important to choose whatever thing that really brings this nurturance, this emotional stability to, in order to give that to others, in order to collaborate with others. So the whole week we are going to experiment this square between the Sun and Neptune, which is part of the full moon of June 21st or 22nd, depending on when you are. And I talked a lot about this square. It is about hearing our intuition. It is about surrendering to the process and also facing things that could be in denial, that are very important to face, because since outside could reflect that. I already talked about the scams that could come through the communication media, and these kind of things, as a reflection of the things that we are not facing, And well, this is going to be perfected on June 20th. And this same day, the sun is going to enter in Cancer, and through passing through the degree 0 of Cancer, we have the solstice, which opens a cycle of 3 months until the next equinox in Libra, which is going to be in September 22nd. I'm going to keep talking about the full moon in Capricorn because this energy, as I said in that video, if Cancer is the energy of the mother, Capricorn is the energy of the father. So we are invited right now to integrate those both archetypes in ourselves. And, our capability to establish boundaries, to build the structures, to, acting from this inner authority, and the part of us that can choose the things that are really bringing emotional security, that are nutritious for us, that are creating this sense of home in ourselves, because home is not attached to anything on the outside, nor people, nor experiences. So we can learn to go through the different experiences of life, situations of life, but by creating this relationship with ourselves, this home in ourselves. So the last thing that I wanted to mention that I didn't say in that video, in the video of the full moon, is that we are going to have a sextile between Mercury in Cancer and Mars in Taurus, which is active from June 19th until the 23rd, more or less, but it's going to be part of the full moon, of the configuration of the full moon. So we have the possibility, and when we are talking about sextiles, we are talking about an aspect that is fluid, but requires for us to give an impulse, requires for us to move the energy. When we are talking about trines, we are talking also about fluid aspects, but they are like more facilitated. I don't know if I am inventing that word, but they are more like easy flowing. And many times they could go like unnoticed because the easy flow of the trines. The sextiles are required for us to move the energy, so they are very nice aspects. We are going to experiment trines on the next week, but I'm going to talk about that later. And well, this is about this sextile between Mercury in Cancer and Mars in Taurus is about taking action, initiating something. We are going through a culmination, but this is about taking action for something, because Mars is the action that we take for our own desires. So we can begin something that collaborates with our physical stability, with the resources, with the stability and resources, and also emotional stability. We're talking about energy that can really collaborate in the long term with that stability, with our own nurturance. I'm repeating this word a lot because it is very, very associated with the energy of Cancer. And also, Cancer and Taurus are energies that are linked with stability in different ways. Cancer is more linked with the emotional state, and Taurus is more linked with the material reality, with our physical body. So it is a good moment to assume decisions and to begin things, projects, whatever thing that we can initiate at that point, that can really collaborate with that. And everything that we are doing in that alignment is going to be beneficial for everything that surrounds us. So it is very important to take this in account. Well, I think this is all, and I am going to amplify later from this full moon in Capricorn. I am ending this video here. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.